Hello and welcome to Vital MX, your one-stop shop for motocross news from around the world. Some of this may not be breaking news, but we are here to recap all that has happened over the last 7 days, just in case you missed a point or two, and I would bet that you have. Let's start with silly season. Joey Savatgy has been officially confirmed at Firepower Honda. This means he will compete in the FIM World Supercross Championship, the Australian Supercross Championship, and the Monster Energy Supercross Series, of course, all in the 450 class. This is great news across the board. It adds additional depth to WSX. It sets the stage for an incredible inter-team battle between Dean Wilson and Joey Savatgy in Australia's Supercross Championship. That'll be terrific to tune into, and it gives Savatgy some much needed stability in the domestic Supercross series. Savatgy has lacked a firm race schedule for so long, much longer than most would think, and so this is a pivotal opportunity for him and one that he must make use of. In fact, one could argue it is do or die. And another rider who is out to prove a point is Maximus Vohland, who has joined the Club MX Yamaha team on a multi-year deal. Vohland's first ride aboard the YZ250F was in Southern California this week, and that was actually his first ride since the injury that he sustained on the second week of January of this year. Yes, he has been off of a bike for that long.
Yeah, I was pretty much on the couch for 3 months just doing nothing, just trying to let the pain kind of subside. And then the whole next challenge was getting off all the pain medications I was on, and that wasn't easy either. So
great to see him back on a bike, great to see him find a new home, and it's also a terrific step for the Club MX Yamaha team as they look to fight for wins in 2025. Who will be their fourth rider in 2025? That is yet to be confirmed. Team USA faced more upheaval after Chase Sexton's crash, or should I say incident, in Las Vegas, because he didn't actually crash despite being landed on by Justin Barcia. Chase shared this update via a KTM statement on Monday. There is no greater honor than representing your country on the world stage, and it's a role that I take seriously. But unfortunately, my body is pretty banged up right now, and I have a bone contusion in my right hand that is going to limit my ability to perform at my best next week. Team USA deserves nothing but the best. The healthiest free athletes on the team, and unfortunately that's just not me right now. A noble statement from Chase Sexton as he bowed out of the event that he has been so looking forward to. I think there is no rider who was as locked in on the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations than Chase Sexton, but he will be back to fly the flag at Ironman in 2025. Look for confirmation of that at this year's event. Who has stepped up in place of Chase? Well, that will be Eli Tomac. Yes, the rider who bowed out back at Ironman has found himself on the team after all, and it's a worthy replacement. Despite all of the injuries and the misfortune that has been encountered by Team USA and the AMA, a team of Eli Tomac, Cooper Webb, and Aaron Plessinger is not bad at all. Back to the domestic scene now, and the Monster Energy Supercross and AMA Pro Motocross schedules have been announced for 2025. What are some points of note? Well, Anaheim 1 will be on January the 11th. Tampa returns to the schedule as the 250SX East opener on February 8th. East Rutherford has also returned to the schedule, and Pittsburgh has been added. Those are some points of note. The full schedule can be found on Vital MX, as well as the Pro Motocross schedule, which, in all honesty, looks very similar to years gone by. No real points to scream about there. Champions were crowned over the weekend, and not just Jet Lawrence and Hayden Deegan. Jeffrey Hurlings and Cass Volk became British champions as they won the MXoN and MX2 classes, respectively. Hurlings went 2-1 at the finale to beat Conrad Muse, the defending champion and now former, with a 1-2 scorecard. And funnily enough, two Dutchmen reigns supreme in Britain's national championship. Is that a sign of things to come? At this year's Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations, will the Dutch be supreme on British soil? Watch this space, and watch the MXGP in Spain this weekend, as the grand finale will see 2 more champions crowned. Kai de Wolf is 36 points clear in MX2 and therefore pretty safe at the top of that table, but MXGP should be great. Jorge Prado is 7 points clear of Tim Geiser, which means, quite simply, that if Tim Geiser goes 1-1-1 and Jorge Prado goes 2-2-2, they will tie on points, but Jorge Prado will win by virtue of having more overall and moto wins this year. So a 2-2-2 does clinch the championship for Jorge Prado. If he goes 2-2-3 and Tim Geiser goes 1-1-1, Tim Geiser is your champion. Really, it's the narrowest of margins at the top of the table, and so it is well worth your time to tune in to not only the 2 motos on Sunday, but also the Saturday qualifying race. And then, once the FIM Motocross World Championship has been wrapped up, it's on to the Motocross of Nations, and we will have all of the news from that event as we travel over to the United Kingdom, Matterley Basin. It's going to be incredible. Look for a special edition of The Hub next week, where we preview all of that. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.